It's March 16th, 2026. I have recorded my skills and uploaded so far. Many people like me might say I do calisthenics, but if I'm asked what I do, I'll answer I do strength skills. If asked to describe very shortly, I'd say I extracted strength skills from gymnastics, added strength skills that don't exist in gymnastics, and I'm doing them. I call what I do strength skills, and perhaps I'm gonna use this term often from now on. So, today I'm gonna talk about my personal meaning of it. I apologize if there's already some concrete definition of the term strength skills in English, but I feel like what I'll introduce today is what hasn't existed in bodyweight community even though it's been needed. Today, I use the terms muscle up and slow muscle up separately. My personal definition is skills that satisfy the four conditions I'll show. Please note that there are gonna be some factors I can't draw a clear bullet line. 1. You only handle your own body weight. It excludes skills that you lift up a heavy thing or crush something with your grip strength. Of course, weighted calisthenics is excluded as well, but it spares frictional force of wheels unless you do ab-wheel rollout in the sandpit or you do natural leg press with a towel between you and the wall. 2. You can do it slowly if you own enough strength. At least in the context of motion dynamics, strength is velocity independent. You can't flip without moving fast at some degree by kicking the ground. No matter how much strength and technique you own, you can't spend 10 seconds for one flip. On the other hand, you don't need speed for one arm pull-up and you can spend 10 seconds for one rep if you are strong enough. It goes without saying that skills like 360 and Ganger aren't strength skills, and even muscle up is excluded because you can't do it slowly drawing the exactly same orbit as slow muscle up. When we think about it very deeply, the borderline between slow muscle up and regular muscle up with the same pike body shape is unclear, but I don't think it matters in most cases. 3. If you can't do it, the factor you lack is mostly strength. For example, if you can't do V-sit, the main factor you lack is not strength but flexibility, which is included in the idea mobility. So V-sit is excluded. Although it's not that everyone who is incredibly flexible can hold V-sit, I think it's safe to say that the primary factor is flexibility. The same thing can be said about skills like handstand push-up, which primarily requires balance. However, it gets complicated when you execute V-sit with your body trunk horizontal or close to horizontal, which can be called pike reverse plunge. I count it as a strength skill because the posture requires the same direction of strength to reverse plunge to extend your shoulder joint. The borderline is unclear, but I don't think it matters in most cases again. 4. It's hard. With the conditions 1, 2, 3 only, just doing a single pull-up would be a strength skill. It's too easy to be called a skill, isn't it? I believe we want strength skills to be hard, but again, here's obviously not any clear borderline. Also, every one of us have different difficulty ranking of skills. I'm sorry for being ambiguous though. I would say the borderline is around the difficulty that less than 10 out of 100 randomly selected young active boys can execute. I guess standing at wheel rollout is around here. So, 4 conditions are like that. To simplify, it's gonna be bodyweight skills you can do if only you have strength, no matter how clumsy at it you are. And you can't do without enough strength, no matter how great technique you possess. You sometimes see videos where someone teaches someone some skill and he succeeds in the video on his first day in some of those videos. In that type of successful videos, the skill is mostly not strength skill, but something like flip or muscle up or handstand. I think you hardly see someone learns a more difficult strength skill than human flag on his first day. Strength skills have such a nature. On the other hand, I'm not saying that strength skills don't have any technical aspects at all. Some strength skills have tips at each degree. Today, I talked about my personal meaning of strength skills, so I want you to imagine skills with such natures when you hear the term in my future videos. So, that's it for today. Take care.